Assalamu alaikum brothers, how are you? We are doing well. Welcome back again. We have to continue what we started in Unit 3. Remember that we talked about some future forms. If you remember that, we talked about the difference between using will, using going to regarding predictions. Again, I want to remind you, we said that if you have seen evidence, you have to use going to. If you don't have a seen evidence, you have to use will. This is regarding predictions. We have a new future form for today, which will be the future progressive. The future progressive. Remember that future means will, progressive means ing. So if you want to form the future progressive, it will be simply using will plus be plus verb plus ing. Again, will plus be plus verb plus ing form. Like for example, I can say at 7, I will be sleeping. Will be sleeping. Sleep and verb ing. So this is first of all the form of the tense. How can we form the future progressive? What about the usage? Because remember that I have told you before, in any tense, when we talk about any tense, we have to talk about three things. Number one, the form. How can we form the tense? Will be plus the verb plus ing. Number two, the usages. When can I use this tense? Simply, I talk about, or I use this tense if I talk about actions in progress in the future. Or maybe sometimes when you be in the middle of an action in the future. You will be in the middle of an action in the future. Like for example, maybe somebody is calling me. And he said, well, Mohammed, why can't we go out today at 7 o'clock? So I said at 7, I'm sorry, because at 7 I will be doing my homework. Again, at 7 I will be doing my homework. So when it comes to 7, I still talk about the future. In that time, I will be in doing some actions, which is doing my homework. That's why we have to use the future progressive. Okay, imagine that now it's 12 and I have a flight at 3 o'clock going to Cairo, for example. So what do you expect? The action that I will be doing at 4 o'clock. Yes, sure, thank you. At 4 o'clock, I will be flying because my flight will start at 3 and it will end at 5. So at 4 o'clock, I will be in the middle of the action. Of course, not 4, maybe 4, 4 and a half, 3 and a half. At that time, I will be in the middle of the action. That's why I said at 4, I will be flying. I will be flying. Okay, let's have a look at these examples. We use the future progressive. Again, this is the form. Will be plus the present participle. What is the present participle? This is the verb plus ing. The verb plus ing. We call it the present participle. What about the past participle? This is verb 3. So remember that we have a difference between the present participle, which is the verb plus ing, and the past participle, which is verb 3. For continuous actions in the future, or use be going to plus be plus the present participle, the same. Okay? Because going to is the same like, well, I will be eating, I'm going to be swimming, and so on. This time tomorrow, this is a very important keyword. Remember, we talk about a tense, so we have to talk about form, usage, and the keywords. This is one of them. When I say this time tomorrow, this time, but when? Tomorrow in the future. I will be swimming in the ocean. I will be swimming in the ocean. So again, I talk about an action which will be in progress in the future. So I said this time tomorrow, I will be swimming in the ocean. Or I'm going to be swimming. Remember that in this case, there is no difference between well and going to. Be going to, the same like well. Be going to, the same like just one word, which is well. So if I said I will be swimming, it will be the same like saying I'm going to be swimming. What about here? A week from today. That means I'm talking today, and I said after a week. So this is future. A week from today, I will be relaxing on the beach. The same idea. Or I'm going to be relaxing. I'm going to be relaxing. By the year 3000, people will be living to the age of 120. The same idea. Will be living, which equals to are going to be living. This part is very easy. It talks about how can we form the questions, how can we give the answers, even in the negative answer. Look here. Will you be working? Yes, I will. No, I won't. Are they going to be taking the test? Yes, they are. No, they aren't, and so on. This is the same idea for the normal form of this tense. The future using going to, or the future using will. Let's move to the second part, please. We are going to form some sentences here using the future progressive. Again, the future progressive will be verb ing or be going to verb plus ing. So let's start. We say, for example, personal computer. We say here, which of the following do you think people will start be using in 50 years? The personal computer. Just imagine that we talk about something in the future, and just imagine that we don't have personal computers now, and this is something that will be used in the future. So simply I can say people will be using personal computers in the future. People will be using personal computer in the future. I care about the form here. Will be using. Will be using. Let's look about something else. Yes, what about this one? Flat screen TV. Flat screen TV. Again, I can say people will start using, the same pattern, flat screen TV. Or I can say people will start watching movies using flat screen TV. As you can see, you can form so many examples here. Please, I want you to do that, to do so many examples, as many as you can, and let me see that later, inshallah. Thank you very much for listening. Thank you again, and see you very soon.